they sent me to General Hospital in Bavaria.
Mm-hmm.
I was only there overnight. You know, sleep in a warm bed, free meal a day. One day.
One day.
Okay. Then they put me back in camp. There's a camp in Bavaria.
Mm-hmm.
They call Repo Depot.
Repo depot.
Replacement depot.
Replacement depot. Got it.
Repo depot.
Yeah, repo depot. All right, got it.
Okay. I sleep on the floor again.
You bet you missed that bed.
Well, didn't last long. About maybe a couple of days. That was December the 16th. The German make a counterattack. The whole front was on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. And right away, the captain comes, or officer comes in. It was in the warehouse. They converted in the Repo Depot.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Get your gun. We're gonna go out in the outskirts of the city and make some look around, see if there's any German filtered through there or not." So right in the middle of the night, about 2 o'clock in the morning. So got the gun, follow him out there and outside the Bavaria, looking for German. We didn't find any. Okay, we'll go back to the camp again. Next thing, they put me on the bus. Oh boy, you could hear people scream, complain, and it was cold and snowy. Nobody want to go back in the front.
Yeah.
You could, nobody want to go back in the front.
Yeah.
They say, they need help up there. It's hell broke loose up there in the front. So we were on the bus, not a bus, an open truck, army truck. Head back to the camp, another camp, to the front.
Mm-hmm.
It was located in some blown up building. And I met a whole bunch of guys, all new faces. I said, "What happened to so-and-so, so-and-so?" "Oh, he either get killed or get captured and get wounded." All new replacement. I was the original guy, come back from
So
from the hospital.
So all that time, well, the 1 or 2 days you were in the hospital, most of your buddies that you were previously in combat with,
Yeah,
are no longer there.
I'm no longer there.
Awful.
Awful.
Awful, but I know that's war. So you're now with a whole bunch of new replacements.
New replacement.
Yeah.
Except the captain.
Okay, and then what happens? You go to the front?
And then the captain said, "Tomorrow morning we're gonna go in and attack. We try to push the German back." So they feed us a good breakfast. There we are, heading up there in the front there, and artillery's blowing, small arms, laddering, and somehow we chased the German back. We managed to stop the German temporarily.
Temporarily, yes.
They retreated. And the weather was really bad. Foggy, snow, and somehow you can't even see what's in front of you. So anyway, we're chasing the German back somehow. The third day, we come close to this forest, fir tree forest, real beautiful looking fir trees, real thick forest. So in Ardennes, you know. And the captain says, we're gonna try to roust those Germans out of that forest. And we got a tank gonna come around to support you. And we're gonna go on attack Mo. So there we are. The tanks come around. He start firing. He start firing his 75 millimeter or whatever, machine gun rattling. And the captain said, "Okay, you guys, follow the tank. See what's the German, the roust those German out of the forest."
And did you?
Yeah. So we start following the tank. Firing our gun, you know. We don't know where we shoot, and we just shoot into the forest.
Yeah.
Hoping we hit somebody. And at the same time, the tank is firing his machine gun, and sure is, we got to the forest.
And you got through the forest.
We got into the forest.
Yeah.
I seen the German was already dug in for a while. It seems like it. They're really nice looking trenches there, with a roof on top.
Oh, with a roof on it.
Yeah,
Oh.
they must take over that place for quite a few.
For a while.
For a while. And at the same time, it was still warm. They had a stove in there.
Oh.
Kind of warm, real warm, you know. But they just gone. The Germans just disappeared.
So they did retreat.
They did the retreat.
And
They know the
and
tank is coming.
And they left these empty, I guess,
Bunker.
foxhole
They call
or
that
trench.
bunker.
Okay.
With a
roof
bed
over-
inside.
With a bed and a heater
Yeah,
inside.
with a, you know, bunk bed.
Like a cot.
Yeah. You know how it is. When you get in a warm place, you're tired. Well, it's snowing outside, you're tired, chasing the German. Me and another buddy, I forget his name now. We got to sit down, you know. I sit down. He fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But when you're tired in a warm place,
Yes. I think anybody would fall asleep.
I fell asleep. He fell asleep. Oh boy.
See, it comes back to haunt you what those guys at Camp Roberts told you. You'll be sorry. So what happened when you woke up?
In the morning, I hear a guy shouting. He said, "Hey, you guys, get up. Them Germans are making a counterattack. Get out of that place. Get out of the foxhole there." So me and the other guy jumped right out of that fortification and go to the next foxhole. And one guy already laying dead there, and one dead guy already there. We jumped right in, and seemed like the hell broke loose. Machine gun, rattle all over the place, and seen troops wearing a camouflage coat, you know, white camouflage. Those are German.
Oh.
Coming right at us. We tried to shoot them, but we couldn't get them. One guy, I feel sorry for him. I mean, you ever seen a dead beetle? I don't know. He's trying to raise up, take an aim at this, must be a German coming at him or something like that. all of a sudden I hear shot, blam, and his helmet just fly right up. A bullet went right through his head. I mean, it's awful looking.
Yeah, I can only.
And he didn't even know what hit him. He just plop. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in combat, you see everything.
Yeah.
Dead don't make any difference. Dead or alive don't make any difference.
Mm-hmm. How?
Pretty soon, a whole bunch of German with a white coat on put a gun right in there. That's how I was captured.
So you were captured. This begins another chapter in your military life that a lot of other veterans didn't experience. So you were captured by the Germans. You are now a prisoner of war. And you are sent to one of their camps in Germany, near Limburg, Germany.
Well, no, we don't go to Limburg
Oh,
right
you didn't
away.
go to Limburg right away. So go ahead and tell me.
We just went across the Rye to this town called Bremerstein. Mm-hmm. It's not even a camp, not even a prisoner of war camp. It's a big ship, prisoner of war. It's a big farmhouse with a warehouse, two-story warehouse.
Uh-huh.
I still remember we slept on the second floor, on the floor up there. With the only thing that keep warm is bale of hay in there.
Yeah, well.
And we were there about almost 3 weeks. A lot of people died there. A lot of captive, a lot of prisoners of war died there because the sanitation wasn't that good.
How many can you guess? How many prisoner of war, were they all Americans?
Yeah, all
Americans.
A couple of British.
And a couple of British.
I met one Scottish guy.
Okay. Were there a lot of you? All.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of
whole
bunch of crammed. Sanitation wasn't that good, you know.
What kind of meals did they give you? Were you?
What kind of food?
Yeah, what kind of food?
Black bread and soup.
Black bread and soup. Yeah. Were you able, during all this time that you were in combat in France, and now you're at this temporary camp in Germany, were you ever able to write home? Did your family?
No.
Did your family even know what was happening to you? Nobody knew.
No.
Okay, so tell me, you're in this like converted farmhouse warehouse with a lot of people. Sanitation is not that good. Your food, you only get black bread and soup.
So people caught a cold, become pneumonia, and die, and people get depressed. They thought they'll never see the family again. They say, I'm gonna die here, I'm not gonna see my family again. And then that's a bad thing. When you're depressed, you die you die real fast.
So what was inside you that made you survive this?
Well, I just determined I'm gonna survive this.
You just told yourself.
I told myself I'm gonna survive this. I gotta go back to China and see my mother. I gotta see my mother.
That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. That kept you going. It gave you a goal something to look forward to because the conditions obviously were not that good.
No.
So what did you do during the day? Did the Germans make you do things? I mean, did you have a job to do?
Yeah, you don't get to sit around.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't get to sit around and play cards.
You're not on vacation.
Okay, you're not on vacation, yeah. So what kind of jobs did you have?
They send you out and sorting cabbage.
Oh, okay. Sorting cabbage.
Sorting cabbage, moving things around. I tell you one funny thing. One time they sent us out as to move. What a moving detail, you know.
A moving.
It's a 3-story building.
Uh-huh.
I still remember they got a lot of boxes, a lot of goodies in those boxes. They have to move the box from the 3rd floor down to the 1st floor so
Okay.
they can haul it away, you know.
Yes.
It turns out some boxes has some chocolates in there.
Uh-huh.
So the guy noticed there's some chocolate bars in there. So in between floor, from 3rd floor to 2nd floor and the 1st floor,
Uh-huh.
we rip open the boxes.
And you helped yourselves.
We'll help ourselves with chocolate.
Boy, that was a real treat after eating
Good thing
only
the
soup
German,
and bread.
good thing the German didn't notice it.
They didn't notice it was missing.
If they know that we were eating the chocolate, they'll shoot us.
Oh,
That's a God.
yeah. Oh, that was a real treat. That's probably one of a good story that you have from that time. So, how long were you? You were in there for several months. You went in early 1945, I believe, and you were captured.
No, 1945. 1940, almost end of the war.
Almost the end of the war, yes.
Still 1944 in the winter.
Okay.
That was the early part of 1945 when I was in prison camp, well, in prisoner of war camp.
So did you say you moved from that farmhouse, or did they transfer you to Lindbergh? Is that where you were
well,
then?
the reason they moved was because the sanitation was so bad, and so many people died there. You know, the German. Good thing about the German, they have some regard on what they call it, the international convention, how the law, how to treat the prisoner of war.
Yes.
They have to go by the law.
Yes.
Of the international rule of treatment of prisoner of war.
Yes.
So they get kind of go by that a little bit. So they get scared, and too many people die. They have to, you know, they know they're gonna lose the war. If they lose the war, they have to account for why this guy died, why this guy get wounded, you know, all that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to give a shot, some kind of immunity shot,
Oh, okay.
and move us out of there because the sanitation is so bad. So that's why we went to Limburg,
Okay.
down near Frankfurt.
Yes. So now you're there. Do you think that, you know, I mean, did it go through your head, I might be here for a long time?
Oh yeah, you don't know when the war gonna be end.
But lucky for you, it did end.
It did end.
And you were in Lindbergh now when the war ends. And tell me about the liberation of the camp. How did that, did you even know it was happening?
No,
Or going to happen?
a week prior to we were guarded to walk out of the camp, I had artillery. You know, artillery, boom, 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 you know, like that. I said, my God, we about ready to get out of this place.
You said the cavalry is coming to help us.
Yeah, the boom, boom getting louder every day.
Oh, so for about a week you
Yeah, I
hear
heard that.
this.
Yeah.
And
Okay, all of a sudden one morning, the guard comes in the barrack, comes in the place, said, everybody out! Everybody out! So, get out!
You don't know if that's good or bad.
No, I thought they're gonna shoot us. They're gonna take us down and shoot us. So we all lined up like a bunch of hobos. who haven't had a bath for 2 months, the same uniform, the hair's long. Oh man, we look awful.
Yeah.
So we got out of the building and all get lined up. The German officer make a head count.
Uh-huh.
He said, okay, he told this guard, start marching. And no, we were marching outside the camp. The guard leading us out, the gate open.
And you're walking, and you're marching.
We were
You're
marching outside the camp.
Outside the camp. Now, what's going through your head? Are you saying this is a good thing?
This is a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You had a guardian angel looking over you. It's a miracle.
We don't know where we're going.
But you don't know where you're going. So where did you go?
We just wandered around from one city to another until we end up in this place called, I used to remember the little town near the big city called Gießen.
Okay.
So we end up there in the afternoon. All of a sudden, the guard just disappeared. They're leaving us, whole bunch of guys in a little town was deserted. People know the war's coming, they just...
Right, they leave.
They moved.
Yeah, right.
I had a diarrhea. Eating those bad food, had a diarrhea.
Yeah, I bet that was very common.
And I was kind of sick, not real sick, I was still moving around, you know. I said, I need to clean myself up. The God's not around, so I need to clean myself up. So I seen a house down the street there. Maybe there's somebody there. So I knocked on the door.
Mm-hmm.
A German woman showed up. I said, heiß Wasser, hot water. I learned the German.
Okay.
You know. I said, heiß Wasser. So sure was. She turned around, go inside the house, bring me a big tub of hot water.
That was very nice of her.
So I went into the garage and cleaned myself up.
I bet that felt real good.
That sure felt good.
I bet it did. And you're thinking pretty soon I'm going to go see my mother in China.
Yeah, I'm going to see my mother.
So then, how did you know at that time that the war had ended?
Well, the war wasn't ended right away.
Okay, but you knew that
the German,
you left that camp. You left the camp.
the troop gonna be around pretty fast. The American troop gonna be show up. They're chasing the retreating German back.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And pretty soon I hear a loud noise, a tank rumbling down the next few blocks down, you know, rumbling down. I said, I go in there, look. Sure was a bunch of GIs sitting on top of the tank, coming down the street there.
What a great sight. What a great sight.
Yeah, they holler, hey, what are you doing here?
What a surprise. What a good surprise.
What a good. Hey, you need some food?
You didn't have any candies left. You didn't have any chocolate candies hidden in your pocket.
No.
What a welcome sight.
And still, they still have a war to fight.
Yeah.
They just keep going, just pass by, you know. So they just zoom right through the town, chasing the Germans. Officer comes around and round us up, you know. He says,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's enough. We're gonna get on this truck and we'll haul you back to the camp.
Oh, you had to go back to camp?
Not the German camp.
Oh, that's
not
the
the
German
American
camp. Oh, good. Okay. This is an American officer.
The American officer.
Okay. Okay, good. And you all load up in this truck and they take you. Now, where did they take you?
Take me some
Are you going back to Belgium or back
back
to France?
For France.
Going back to France.
Going back, not in France. We're still in Belgium.
So anyway, so you're all cleaned up and you're now in
American hand.
yes, and now you're in American hands and not with the Germans.
Okay, next thing is they put you in a ship. Go back to the state. Okay. Lo and behold, I went back to Camp Kilmer. Well, I get off Camp Kilmer, go to Europe. I come back to Camp Kilmer.
You did a big circle.
Big circle. Oh boy. And then they sent me home in Sacramento. Buy me a ticket and send me back to Sacramento.
I don't embarrass you a little bit. I'd like to tell people that the Sacramento Bee ran a story about you a couple of years ago when you received your Congressional Gold Medal. And the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs put that story on their Facebook website. I don't think you do Facebook, so I want to read a couple of comments to you. They were all very flattering, all from other veterans of other wars, some from World War II, Vietnam, more modern. I'm going to read you just a couple of comments that they said. One, it was a gentleman, said, "Congratulations, you are from the best and bravest generation ever." Another gentleman said, "Fellow veteran, words cannot express a debt that cannot be repaid, a cost we cannot comprehend. I thank you. My thank you falls short, but it's one that I have to tell you." And another one said, "You should be in the movies." Ken Mar, it's been a privilege to sit down with you, to hear your story, your experience, and I thank you. I'm just one of many who thank you for your service to our country.
Well, the way I look at it, somehow some super being upstairs looking after me.
Yes.
Like I say, when I get sick, I went to Melody. I could have get slaughtered in Melody if I waited another day there. Because this guy Piper, leading a tank column, spearhead the attack on the Allies. That's the second town they got to. There happened to be a column of American troops going by there. They're not even a combat troop. They were supposed to be artillery, something with artillery. They lined those guys up. Instead of taking their as a prisoner, they shoot them right there. They didn't even care. They were moving so fast. They didn't even care them. They take prisoner.
Yeah.
If I was there the day that tank column going through there, I wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be having this conversation.
No, wouldn't have. They
So
called it the Melody massacre.
Yeah. So you certainly were fortunate.
I sure was.
You sure was. And we're fortunate that you're here to tell your story. So thank you.